Hello everyone, we're Yuri and Steve. I want to start with a question. Who thinks that rent in Bay Area is too high? Awesome. Not awesome, but yeah, it's too high. So I started coming here 8 months ago, and I heard that the solution to high rent is building more housing. That sounds pretty reasonable. So my next question was, so how much we build? And I asked Jason, and I asked planners, and builders, and developers, and advocates, and mayor's office, and turns out no one knows how much building unit, like new housing units were built in 2016, the last calendar year when I was asking that question. So it turns out that there was an analyst in one of the departments whose job was to produce this report, but that analyst left the job and the replacement took a year to replace that person, or half a year, and so no report was available. So the city didn't know how much housing units were built last year. So it's very hard to improve things and build more housing if you don't know how much you build. Luckily, Jason explained to me that there is a way from the raw data and open data portal to kind of infer how much housing is built. And so that's how the Statecraft project started, and now I want to present you our results. So we built a site, Statecraft.1, that has the report both on how much was built last year and now 17, and also how much is projected to be completed in 2018. We also go up a little bit. Yeah, so this is how much we project, and again, the city is still behind, so there is no official report on 17. This is the only number that is available right now for 17. We built 3,000 new housing units, and the mayor's goal was 5,000, annual goal. And many outside experts say this goal is too low. We need to build way more, based on job growth, based on how many people actually commuted to the city but would like to live in the city, based again on the job and the congestion on all inbound routes. And as you see, 2018 is things that are in construction and like later stages of construction and likely to complete it this year. We also have no relief. So things are not that great. We also start looking at, okay, so another big issue is how fast are the approvals? So how fast it is to approve a building. And again, the first lesson here is there are two approvals. There is planning department approval called entitlement and building permit approval called permit. So permits, the dates are available. So we know when was the filing and when was the permit was issued. So we have the data. The average approval is a little over the year. Some buildings take 10 years and some buildings take 3 months. So there's a huge variance. And we actually have the data on every building built in the last 10 years, how long did it took on the permit. Unfortunately, on planning, no data exists in consistent form, so no numbers there. And then we also have the total volume of permits, like how much people apply and how much is issued. And so on average, we issue about 5,000, we issue permits for about 5,000 units, but not everything that is issued is built. And then this is how much developers are applying. And you see 2017, there was a big drop. And people say it's because inclusionary requirements went up. So now the city asks every developer on every large project to have a lot of subsidized unit. And as a result, developers just apply less. So it is a big question whether that was a good policy, because it might be the case we just built twice less. And now I want to show some other parts of the site. Yeah, so we have actually every construction project out there. So you can see, for example, everything that is projected to complete in 18. And we also have a database of all permits, and you can slice and dice them by various filters. And finally, we start doing work on digitizing zoning. And so this is the land use map of San Francisco based on commercial, residential, mixed use, and industrial. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. We're actually turning this volunteer project to a real company. We got accepted to Y Combinator. We raised some first investor money, And so we're officially incorporated, and now I'm figuring out like our business model. Yeah.
Yeah, we can take a couple of questions.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Wait until the mic gets over there.
Yeah, Mike.
Okay. So we only have one extra mic.
Were you able to answer, sorry,
Yeah, that's fine.
were you able to answer your original question of how many units you need to build to bring down, the cost of housing?
Well, that's a policy question, but I would say because we chronically underbuilt for the last 15 years, it's way more than 5,000. So it would be a political question to answer like say 10,000, but yeah, the answer would be somewhere in that range, 10 to 15,000 per year for the next 5 to 10 years.
Wow.
then the price will start going up. But every increase works in our favor. So the more we build, it's either slowing down the continuous growth of rent or start bringing it down by some measure. But we need to build more, that's for sure. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Hello. So I'm actually a candidate for mayor of San Francisco, and I just wanted to add a little complexity to this idea of building is the only way, because I do believe that we should be building 5,000 units a year. And supporting that permitting process in an interdisciplinary way. But let's remember that through Airbnb, thousands and thousands of units were taken off of the market illegally. And so we have 4,000 units that just went back on the market that were illegally being used through Airbnb. And the other thing is that there are thousands and thousands of units that are not being activated right now, being kept empty because property owners are skittish about renting them out. And so there has to be programs to really face that vacancy issue as well as building. So let's go ahead and have some complexity with that. And the last thing, there's a housing balance report that Jane Kim asked for a couple of years ago to start being done. And you can see through that housing balance report that although we're building many affordable units, the net gain is very little because of displacement. So we have to be thinking about all of this complexity when we talk about affordable housing development.
I agree.
I think we're good on questions for now, and we'll try to make it through all the presentations. But again, well,
Thank you.
Yeah.